Two. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. The Lord said, confession good for the soul. So right now,
all I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, but I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, but I was just a stranger. All I wanted was to be a gangster. And shot call to be known with them niggas letting shots off. Either that or the right hand to the top dog. Funny how we see vanity, not the lives lost. Can't be focused on a life that's hopeless. Out there pumping, not knowing the Lord will kill you for that hocus pocus. Used to roll with niggas that cook dope with weaponry. Same ones claim they love you. I had your life in jeopardy. And I know my mother wants success for me. But that G should take a girl straight to ecstasy. Remember running with bruh. Even though we did the wrong thing, my life would've been a lot different if I fell up under Rob's wing. Was too sincere for a wicked game. Shame the Lord's name. Now we afflicted with pain. All I ever wanted was to be received.
We in the chat. We good. Okay.
The water for the young. All right. Gonna start the Sabbath service with the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started on 1 West 125th Street. You understand? In Harlem, New York, under Commander Joe and Johanna. All right. We'll start off with blowing the horn.
Okay, sir.
Right. We'll get the Torah. Don't worry about taking it out because I gotta do some fixing.
Okay, sir.
All right. Papa in your hawk with him. Church with the east. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Wadash, Ayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakutka, Taba'ah, Batazaka, Ayah, Basha, Barataza, Kawa, Ayah, Bashemayim, Thalanawa, Come, Call, Yawam, Wasalakinawa, Kabawafinawa, Kasalakinawa, Kabawafinawa, Wala'ah, Tabanayawan, Banasayawan, Bal, Hawashayanawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwath, Wahala, Wahataparath, La'ai Aman. What we said in English is our Father, which art in heaven. Hallowed be thy name. Yahweh. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. Forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. From thine is the kingdom. And the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. The power, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Babakushai, Athalanawa, Hakak, Larapa'ah, Karamalakah, Salakit. Kal Makala.
Kal Makala.
Kal Matawa.
Kal Matawa.
Kak.
Kak.
Latahar.
Latahar.
Hamatazariam.
Zamariam.
Kak.
Kak.
Lahaquium.
Haquium.
Hamathium.
Hamathium.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Arakawa.
Aratawa.
Hatamala. Hatamaala.
Hamata'ala.
Lagarshan.
Lagarshan.
Basham.
Basham.
Yahushai.
Yahushai.
Tawada.
Tawada.
Aman.
Aman.
Bless Israel. Yahweh,
Awa,
Bashem,
Bashem,
Yahushai,
Yahushai,
Barak Lanawa, Wayasha'Allah, Wahaba Salah, Wahaba Yatsaparium,
Wahari Saparium,
Barak,
Rapah,
a gun, all of Israel, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, the sisters, young men,
children. All of Israel.
That's it, sir. Bashim Yahushai. The water. Aman. This is what we said. Yahweh. In the name of Yahushai. Bless us. And Israel. And the school. Bless Hill, shield, and protect. All of Israel. In the name of Yahushai. Thank you. So be it. Psalms 121. Asha'ah, Ayanya, Ahahariam, Ma'ayan, Yava'ah, Azariah, Ma'ayin, Yahweh, Aishah, Shemayim, Ma'aratazah, Al-Yathan, Lamawat, Regalka, Al-Yanawam, Shamarka, Anah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Wala'ah, Yashan, Shawamar, Yasha'Allah, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al-Ya'ai, Al-Yad, Yamyanka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'ah, Yakaka, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makal Rai, Yashamar, Athnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza'atka, Wazava'atka, Ma'aitha, Wa'aid Alawam. This is what we said in English. I will lift up mine eyes. Unto the hills. From whence cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh. Which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold. He that keepeth Israel. Shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day. Nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee. From all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out. And thy coming in. From this time forth. And even forevermore. Psalms 83. Alahaya. Al-Damayalaka. Al-Thakarash. Wal-Thashakwat. All. Kayahana. Awayabyaka. Yahamayawan. Ra'ash. Al-Amaka. Ya'ariyamwa. Sawada. Wayatha. Ya'atazawa. Al-Tazapawanyaka. Amarawa. Lakawa. Wanakaku. Magayawa. Salakia. Magawaya. Wala'ah. Yazakar. Shamyasha'ala. Iwada. Kaya. Nawa'atazawa. Laba. Yakadwa. Al-Yaka. Baryath. Yakarathwa. Ahalia. Adawam. Wayashamad. Salakia. Yashama. Allah. Yam. Mawa'aba. Wahagaria. Gabal. Wa'amawan. Wa'amalak. Palashata. Palashat. An Yeshabya.
Am Yeshabya.
Tazawar.
Tazawar.
Gam Ashuar.
Gam Ashuar.
Nalawat.
Nalawat.
Aiman.
Aman.
Hayawa.
Ayawa.
Zarawat.
Zarawat.
Labanya Lawat.
Labanya Lawat.
Salah.
Salah.
Ashalaham.
Ashalaham.
Kamadian.
Kamadian.
Kasa.
Kasa.
Kasaya.
Kasaya.
Sara'ah.
Sara'ah.
Salakia. Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Salakia, I skipped a line. Kayabian.
Kayabian.
Banakal.
Banakal.
Koyash.
Koyash.
Koyashwan.
Koyashwan.
Nashamadwa.
Nashamadwa.
Ayanda Ara.
Ayanda Ara.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Daman.
Dama.
La Adama.
La Adama.
Shayathamwa.
Shamwapwa.
Nada.
Nada.
Yapmawa.
Yapyawa.
Ka'ara.
Ka'ara.
Wakatazaba.
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 Salakia. Wakazaba.
Wakazaba.
Wakazabak.
Wakazabak.
Wakatazal.
Wakatazal.
Manai.
What was that?
Manai.
Manai.
Kal Nasakamwa.
Kal Nasakamwa.
Ashar.
Ashar.
Armawa.
Amrawa.
Nayara Shah.
Na'ar Shah.
Lanawa.
Lanawa.
Ath. Na'awath.
Na'awath.
Alahayam.
Alahayam.
Alahaya.
Alahaya.
Sharathamya.
Sharathamya.
Kagalia Galia.
Kagalia Galia.
Kakwash.
Kakwash.
Lapanya Rakab.
Panya Rakab.
Ka'ash.
Ka'ash.
Taba'ira Ya'ira.
Taba'ira Ya'ira.
Wakalaba.
Wakalaba.
Dalahat.
Dalahat.
Haharyam.
Haharyam.
Khan.
Khan.
Daradakma.
Daradakma.
Basa'irika.
Basa'irika.
Wabasa.
Wabasa.
Wapatka.
Rapatka.
Tabahalam.
Tabahalam.
Malak.
Malak.
Panyaham.
Panyaham.
Kwalawan.
Kwalawan.
Waya.
Waya.
Bakwashwa.
Bakwashwa.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahawa.
Yahawa.
Yabashwa.
Yabashwa.
Waya. Salagio. Waya Balaha.
Waya Balaha.
Salagio. That's Waya.
Waya.
Bahalwa.
Bahalwa.
Ayai.
Ayai.
Waya.
Waya.
Kaparwa.
Kaparya.
Waya.
Waya.
Abadwa.
Abadwa.
Waya.
Waya.
The Iwa.
The Iwa.
Kaya Atha.
Kaya Atha.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahawa.
Yahawa.
Labadka.
Labadka.
Alawan.
Alawan.
Al-Kahara Arataza.
Arataza.
This is what we said in the English. Keep not thy silence.
Keep not thy silence.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still.
And be not still.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
For lo. Thy enemies make a tumult.
Thy enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee. have lifted up their head.
Have lifted up their head.
They have taken crafty counsel.
They have taken crafty
against
counsel.
Thy people.
Against thy people.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said. Come.
And
let us cut them off.
And let them cut them off.
From being a nation.
From being a nation.
That the name of Israel.
The name of Israel.
May be no more.
Be no more.
In remembrance.
In remembrance.
For they have consulted together.
They have consulted together.
With one consent.
With one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom.
And the Israelites.
And the Ishmaelites.
Of Moab.
Of Moab.
And the Hagarenes.
And the Hagarenes.
Gebal.
And
Ammon.
And Ammon.
And Amalek.
Amalek.
The Philistines.
Philistines.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
Ashur also is joined with them.
Ashur is also joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah.
Salah.
Do unto them.
Do unto them.
As unto the Midianites.
As unto the Midianites.
As to Sisera.
As to Sisera.
As to Jabin.
As to Jabin.
At the brook of Kasan.
At the brook of Kasan.
Which perished at Endor.
Which perished at Endor.
They become as dung for the earth.
They become dung of the earth.
Make their nobles like a reb.
Make their nobles like a reb.
And like Zeeb.
And like Zeeb.
Yea. All their princes as Zabah.
All their princes as Zabah.
And as Zamuna.
And as Zamuna.
Who said.
Let
us take to ourselves.
Let us take to ourselves.
The houses of Yahweh.
The houses of Yahweh.
In possession.
In possession.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Make them like a wheel.
Make them like a wheel.
As the stubble before the wind.
As the stubble before the wind.
As the fire burneth a wood.
As the fire burning wood.
And as the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
Flame that set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them.
Persecute them
with thy tempest,
and
make them afraid.
Make them afraid
with thy storm.
Fill
their faces with shame.
Fill thy faces with shame.
That they may seek thy name.
They may seek thy name.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Let them be confounded.
Let them be confounded.
And troubled forevermore.
And troubled forevermore.
Yea.
Let
them be put to shame.
Let them be put to shame.
And
perish.
That men may know.
That men may know.
That thou.
Whose name alone.
Is Yahweh.
Is Yahweh.
Art the most high.
Are the most high.
Over all the earth.
Over all the earth.
Sorry, Christ. Sar. If you could, before you get into it, because we forgot to keep those incense burning. No sweat. Yeshabia. No sweat. No sweat. We in Genesis chapter 30.
30 and I think it's 31 and 12, sir.
Genesis 31 and 12?
No, sir.
Okay. Might need a new lighter. I can see that.
No, sir.
It's like it's trying, but it ain't getting there. No sweat. We just had to roll with that.
One?
Yeah.
Don't
worry about it. We'll roll with that. We just got to get some more. I know we had a few of them over there.
On count, sir.
But no sweat. Let's go ahead and get into it.
On count.
All right. Oh, you already got it right.
Yes, sir.
Right. It's good to have two of these, right?
Sir.
I like that.
Go follow. Genesis 31 and 12 out of Tanakh. Wayamar, Shah, Na'ah, Ayanayak, Wara'ah, Lakal, Ha'ah, the Yam, Ha'ah, Layam, Ayal, Hatazah, Yan, Aquadayam, Nakwa, Dayam, Waba, Radayam, Koya, Ra'ah, Yathaya, Lakal, Ashar, Laban, Ashah, Laha, Lakah, Slaki. Verse 13. Anakaya, Ha'al, Yalath, I'm sorry, Bayath, all, Allah, Salakia, Ashar, Mashakath, Sham, Amatazah, Bakha, Ashar, Nadarathaf, Laya, Sham, Nadara, Ata, Ha, Kwawa, Yam, Tazaya, Mayan, Ha'arataza, Hazah, Af, Washa, Hab, Al, Arataza, Mawa, Ladathak, verse 14, Watha, Aid, Watha'an, Rakal, Wala'ah, Watha'a, Maratnai, Ha, Lawa, Ha'ai, Wad, Lanawa, Kalakwa, Wanaka, Laha, Baba, Yaf, Abba, Yanawa, verse 15, Hala, Wa'ah, Naka, Rayawaf, Naka, Shabanai, Wa, Lawa, Kaya, Maka, Ranawa, Waya, Akal Gam Aka Wala Af Kasa Panawa, verse 16. Kaya Kala Ashar Hataza La Yala Alahayam Ma'a Bayanaiwa Lanawa Hawa'a Wala Banaya Nawa Wa'ai Thoha Kala Ashar Amara Alahayam Allah Yaka Asha, verse 17. Wayakwam Wayai Kwab Aya Sha'a Af Bana Yawa Wa'af Nasha Yahwa I'll Haga Malayam, verse 18. Waya Nahaga Af Kal Makwa Nahawa Wa'af Ka'al Raka Shawa Ashar Raka Shah Makwa Naha Kwana Yanawa Ashar Rakasha Bapadan Aram Laba Wa'a Af Yataza Kakwa Aba Yahwa Aratazaha Kana Ain. That's it, sir.
Osiah Christ. All right. Just get it from the top in the English.
31 and 12, sir. Genesis.
12. So we getting back into the scriptures, right?
I'm constant.
And this is where we left off last time, was when, you understand, Laban was kind of abusing, you know what I'm saying, Laban was kind of, you know what I'm saying, mistreating Jacob.
I'm constant.
You know what I'm saying? And Jacob, you understand, he was ready to go. Jacob was ready to go, man.
God.
And Jacob had made deals with Laban, and they wasn't really good deals at all, man.
God, sir.
You know what I'm saying? And so the Lord was with him the whole time, and we coming up in the part where the angel is going to reveal itself to, you know what I'm saying, to Jacob in a dream, to explain to him why, you know what I'm saying, what is going on with Laban, and how, why his sheep, why he's being supplied with so much sheep, like because when you go back into the chapter, you understand the last deal that Laban and Jacob made with each other, right?
God.
Was that he would stick around a little bit longer because he was ready to go.
God.
Laban said, well, if you tarry around just a little bit longer, you know what I'm saying, I'll give you whatever you want, whatever your wages is,
God.
Right?
God.
And so then he made a deal, he cut a deal with Laban. And he said, well, give me all of your black sheep, your spotted sheep, your striped sheep, whatever.
God.
You know what I'm saying? And I'll tend to all of your flock for free.
God.
I'll do that as long as you give me all of the, the ones, the ones that have a blemish on them.
God, sir.
Right? And so Laban, when it took, you know what I'm saying, all of, maliciously, when it took all of the speckled sheep, all of the black sheep, and gave them to his sons to keep.
God, sir.
So that, you know what I'm saying, so that Jacob wouldn't be able to get him. So he wasn't basically going to keep up with his side of the bargain in the situation. So, of course, because the Lord, you know what I'm saying, is on Jacob's side,
God,
with
sir.
Jacob, you know what I'm saying, when he was mating, you understand, when he was mating the sheep or whatever, because that was what he told Laban he was going to do.
God.
He would take all of the ones that belong to Laban and make them, but they were producing sheep with blemish. They was producing sheep with spots and speckles and and black sheep.
Sir.
You know what I'm saying? And because of the deal that was made, right? Because of the deal that was made, those sheep belong to him now. They belong to Jacob. You understand? So the Lord saw this situation and saw that Laban was, you know, cutting him a bad deal and was being unbrotherly. And the Lord made sure, but miraculously made sure that Jacob was being taken care of. And because of that, Jacob waxed rich.
That's right.
Off of you know of doing his job. You know, which Laban didn't want him to wax rich or get to a point where he didn't need to be there anymore. Because Jacob made Laban rich. You know, when Jacob went to, you know what I'm saying, went to work for Laban when he left to escape, you know, the wrath of Esau.
Right.
You understand? Laban didn't have much of anything.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? He didn't have much. I feel like that. And so, but Jacob made him rich, man. So we're gonna keep reading on into this, and we'll get through it. We're gonna do 7 verses of this. We'll go back, read the Hebrew, and then read the English. You know the routine. Go ahead,
sir. Genesis 31:12, out of the Bible, King James Version. And he said, "Lift up thine eyes and see all the rams which leap upon the cattle are ring straight, speckled, and grizzled. For I have seen all that Laban doeth unto thee."
Right. So he's saying, look. He's like, look. He's in this vision. He sees these, you know, all of these speckled and streak spotted, you know what I'm saying, flock.
Sir.
Right. And he says, "I what?"
He said,
"I know what. Who did what?
For I have seen all that Laban doeth unto thee."
For I have seen what Laban has done unto thee. These angels, like the Most High, is seeing everything that happens. The Most High knows when you're being absolutely unbrotherly. He knows when you are being wicked as hell, and the angels are watching and reporting.
That's right,
actions,
sir.
Man.
Exactly right.
That's
sir.
why it's very important for you to make sure that you're very righteous in this truth, that you're sincere about what you're doing in this truth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And be honest.
Right.
In this truth, and deal with your brother correctly, man.
Right.
You understand? Because there ain't nothing that the Lord cannot see.
That's right, sir.
You know what I'm saying? In this situation, this dream that is this thing that's being revealed to him is letting them know that, listen, we see it.
Mm-hmm.
The angels are watching. The Most High sees it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And because of it, we're on your side.
Right.
You understand? And the Lord could be on your side if you're doing right.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Or he can be an enemy of you if you're doing wrong.
Right, sir.
So it's very important to do right in the sight of the Most High.
Exactly right.
Right? So you can so in situations like this, the Lord can be with you. Right. This is an example of the Lord being with Jacob.
Right.
You understand? Keep going.
Sir. Verse 13. Mm-hmm. "I am the Most High of Bethel, where thou anointest the pillar, and where thou vowest a vow unto me. Mm-hmm. Now arise, get thee out from this land, and return to the land of thy kindred."
So the Lord is revealing, he's saying, listen, he's reminding him, like, I'm the Lord, your God. I'm the Lord out of Bethel. I am the Lord, you know, I'm the Lord God. Right? And I'm telling you to get up out of here. I want you to leave this land, right?
Sir.
Keep going.
Verse 14. "And Rachel and Leah answered and said unto him, Is there yet any portion or inheritance for us in our father's house?"
I'm sorry, read that one more time.
"And Rachel and Leah answered and said unto him, mm-hmm. Is there yet any portion of inheritance for us in our father's house?"
Right. So in other words, they're saying, they're saying, yeah, let's go.
God.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's like, he knows it's time to go, and he's being told it's time to go.
God.
And Leah and Rachel ain't at all, they ain't against it.
Right.
Because what they're saying is there is no inheritance for us now. Because you're married, you know what I'm saying? Leah and Rachel is married to Jacob.
Sir.
Whatever they inherited is going to come from their husband.
That's right, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So there's nothing that Laban has for them anymore. So they're like, all right, no sweat. I'm ready. It's fine with us. I'm ready to go.
Right.
Right? They're going to follow their husband like every sister in this school should, man.
That's right.
When it's time to go, it's time to go, man.
Con.
When the order comes down on whatever the order is, you should be ready to follow it.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? And Rachel and Leah followed orders. It was time to go. The Lord gave Jacob an order. Jacob adhered to that order, and he gave that order to his ribs, and they followed him. You understand? Which is what you're supposed to do. Go ahead.
Verse 15. Are we not counted of him strangers? For he hath sold us, and have devoured. Is it quite devoured also our money.
You understand? So not only he has sold us, or basically given us away to you for the riches that, you know what I'm saying, that he accumulated from Jacob's work, but he's also spent up all of that money, man. He spent up all of that. There's no inheritance for them. He just spent it all up. You know what I'm saying? Like Laban got his riches, and you know what I'm saying. You ever heard of the? Well, I'm not even gonna use that phrase. I'm gonna let it go. But that's what happened, man. Keep going.
Sir. Verse 16. For all the riches which the Most High have taken from our father, that is ours, and our children, now then whatsoever the Most High have said unto thee, do.
Read it again.
For all the riches which the Most High have taken from our father, that is ours, and our children's, now then whatsoever God, the Most High, have said unto thee.
So now they're saying all of the riches and stuff that comes from, you know what I'm saying, that you accumulated, being up under Laban, it all belongs to you. Let's go. You know, let's do what we got to do. We got what we need. You got what you need. Let's go. You got everything rightfully that belongs to you. Keep reading.
Verse 17. Then Jacob rose up and set his sons and his wives upon camels.
So he got his children, he got his wives, and put them on camels. He's about to get up out of there,
right?
Just like what the Lord commanded him to do, man. Just like an obedient servant, just like a righteous man of the Lord, like Abraham was and like Isaac was, man. You know what I'm saying? Where they followed the demand of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And the commands of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord led them in the path that they needed to go. You know what I'm saying? Jacob did the same thing. He showed a good level of obedience and discipline. You know what I'm saying? He was taken advantage of. You know what I'm saying? But he nevertheless, you know what I'm saying, he stayed diligent to what he was told to do. All of those years, 14 years? 14 years of working for Laban, he did everything he was supposed to do. He got his wives, his children, his riches. It's time for him to go, man, because now he's being overly taken advantage of.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And so now the Lord is telling him to move on. Go ahead.
Sir. Verse 17. Then Jacob rose up and set his sons and his wives on his camels. And verse 18. And he carried away all his cattle and all his goods, which he had gotten, the cattle of his getting, which he had gotten in Padam Aram, to go to Isaac his father in the land of Canaan.
So now he's going back, right?
Sir.
He's going back, and he got everything packed up. He got the camels packed up, got all of his gold, his money, you know what I'm saying, got all of his, you know, his women, you know what I'm saying? Yes, sisters, I said his women.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? He got his children. You understand? He got all the tribes. We all came because all these children he gathered with him and took with him.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And he's going back to the land where his father is, Isaac.
That's right. Right. That's it, sir.
That's it? All right, back to the Hebrew.
The Hebrew, 31 and 19, out of the Tanakh. Laban, halak, lagazaza, af, taza, anawa, wata, ganab, rakal, af, hatha, rapayama, ashar, la'abaya, verse 20. Waya ganab. Okay. Wa'ai quab af laba laban ha'a ramarya il balaya Haggah Yad, Lawa, Kaya, Barak, Hawa'ah, verse 21. Hawa'ah, verse 21. Wayaba Rakah, Hawa'ah, Wakala, Ashar, Lawa, Wayakwam, Wayai Bara, Af, Hanahar, Wayasham, verse 22. Wayagad, Lalaban, Bayawam, Hasha, Layashaya, Kaya, Barak, Ya'aiqua, verse 23. Wayakwaka, Af, Aka, Yawa, Amara, Wayaradakpa, Aka, Rayawa, Darak, Shaba'ath, Yamayam, Wayada, Bakwa, Athawa, Bahara, Hagala, Ida, verse 24. Verse 24. Wayabara, Alahayam, Al, Laban, Haya, Ramaya, Baka, Layam, Halaya, Laha, Waya, Mara, Lawa, Hashamar, Laka, Pan, Pana, Thada, Bara, Aim, Ya'ai, Quab, Mata, Wab, Id, Rayai, verse 25, Wayashag, Laban, Av, Ya'ai, Quab, Waya'ai, Bara, Salakia, Waya'ai, Quab, the Kwai, Af, Ahai, Lawa, Bahara, Walaban, the Kwai, Af, Aka, Yawa, Bahara, and Haga, La'id. That's it, sir.
On side Christ. Let's get back to it.
19, I think. Yeah, 19. Genesis 31 and 19. And Laban went to shear his sheep, and Rachel had stolen the images that were her father.
Ooh-wee.
Wow.
So Rachel did something, man. She shouldn't have done that. You know what I'm saying? Like she stole the image. She stole some items from her father, man. Keep going.
Verse 20. And Jacob stole away. And Jacob stole away unawares to Laban the Syrian, in that he told him not that he fled.
Right. So in other words, stole away meaning he outwitted him. Right. He basically didn't let him know he was leaving, and he just up and left. And never told. He basically set everything up. He had everybody up on the camels, had his wife and everything, had the kids. Laban just somewhere, just not even knowing this is going down.
Midnight.
And and he getting everybody ready, and he finna roll out with all of his kids, his wives, and all of his riches, man. Without him knowing anything about it. Keep going.
Verse 20. Verse 21. So he fled with all that he had, and rose up and passed over. And he rose up and passed over the river and set his face toward Mount Gilead.
So he took everything he had and he went across the river, you know what I'm saying? And he took everything he had and he went across that river. He's going. He's out of here, man. Gone. Right? Keep going.
Verse 22. And it was told to Laban on the third day that Jacob was fled.
So now somebody told Laban that he was gone. Could have been some of Laban's servants. Right? Sir. Told him that he was gone. You know what I'm saying? You imagine you go up in you go up in your house or whatever, or wherever Jacob was living, and and everything is going. Not just Jacob, but just all of his items, everything he has out there. You just where's the ribs? Where's the kids? Ain't nobody running around playing. Kids ain't running around playing. You know what I'm saying? The wives ain't, doing whatever they do. You know what I'm saying? Where are everybody at? They going.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 22. And it was told Laban on the third day of Jacob was fled. Verse 23. And he took his brethren with him and pursued after him 7 days' journey.
Read that again.
He took his brethren.
No, which verse you on?
I go back to 22, sir.
No. Go to 23.
23. And verse 23. And he took his brethren with him and pursued after him 7 days' journey. And they overtook him in Mount Gilead.
So Laban.
Wow.
So Laban caught up with them basically. He took him and his brothers. You know what I'm saying? And he caught up with him. You know what I'm saying? In Gilead. Right. Keep going. It's like he was on hot pursuit. Like I gotta stop this man. What the hell is he doing? I gotta stop him. You know what I'm saying? And go ahead.
And the Most High, verse 24. The Most High came to Laban, the Syrian, in a dream by night, and said unto him, Take heed that thou speak not to Jacob either good or bad.
Man, I'm trying to tell you. The Lord told Laban, you better watch yourself.
Come on, sir.
Don't you speak bad on this man. Don't you better not. You better leave. In other words, leave him alone. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 25. And Laban overtook Jacob. Now Jacob had pitched his tent in the mount. And Laban with his brethren pitched in the mount of Gilead.
All right, so he finally caught up to where he was at in the area that he was at. And he pitched his camp, man. You know what I'm saying? Them and they tarried around at that camp, waiting until they actually met up with him.
Sir.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 26. Oh, that was it, sir. 25.
Okay, all right. Back to the Hebrew.
Back to Hebrew. 26. Yeah. Ooh, wait a minute. Genesis 31 and 26 out of the Tanakh. Let me see, make sure I got it. 31 and 26 out of the Tanakh. Waya Marah Laban La Ya'a Kwaba Ma'a Ashayath Watha Ganaba Af Lababa Ya Watha Nahauga Af Banaita Ya Kashaba Yawaf Abara, verse 27, Lama'a Naka Ba'af Labarak Watha Ganaba Athaya La Wala'a Hagadaf Hagadatha Laya Wa Shalakak Kakak Basha Makaha Waba Sharayama Batha Pa Waba Kanawa, verse 28, Wala'ah Nata Shatanaya Lana Shakwa Laba Naya La Wala Banathaya Athaha Hata Slakia Hasa Kalata Ashawa, verse 29, Washa La'ala Yadaya La'ai Shawath, I Makam, Ra'ai, Wa'alahaya, Abba, Yakamakam, I'm a Shah, I'm a Ra, Aliyah, La'a Mara, Hasha Mara, Laka, Mada Bara, I'm Ya'i Kwab, Masta Waba, Id Ra'ai, Orai, verse 30. Okay. Wa'ai Thaha Halaka Halakata Kaya Nakasap Naka Sapataha Labayath Abayak Lamaha Ganabayath Af Alahaya, verse 31. Waya Ain Ayai Kwab Waya Amara Lalaban Kaya Yara'athaya Kaya Amarathaya Pan Thaga Zala Af Bana Wathayak Maya, verse 32. I'm Ashar, Amatazaya, Af, Alaha, Yak, La'a, Yaka, Yaha, Yaka, Yaha, Nagad, Aka, Yanawa, Kayara, Laka, Maha, Amadaya, Wakwa, Lakwaka, Lakra, Laka, Walaya, Yadayai, Yai, Kwab, Kaya, Rakal, Gana, Batham. That's it, sir.
Most High Christ. All right, let's get back into it, man. Let's see what's going to happen next.
Verse 26 here. Verse 26.
And listen, get into the habit of reading the Bible, man. You know what I'm saying? Brothers and sisters, get into the habit of reading the Bible because it's a lot of morals. It's a lot of good, don't just look at it as your, because this is a book not only of our history, but this is what the Most High commands from us. However, read these situations that happen in this Bible because these are real life things that have happened.
That's right.
But they also teach us a lesson in our own life, man. Mm-hmm. It teaches you how to live your life and how to deal with brothers. The spirit of how you're supposed to deal with things and the nature of the Most High. Like throughout the Bible, the nature of the Most High is revealed over and over in situations, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's why it's important to understand, you know what I'm saying, what Christ spoke about, because Christ showed you the spirit behind all of these things that had happened, including the laws and how to follow it and how you're supposed to deal with brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the Bible is the foundation of the Bible. The foundation of this truth is brotherhood, right?
That's right.
And you'll learn that if you watch the brotherhood class. You know what I'm saying? With Officer Maradaki on Tuesdays. Sir. You understand? However, this is a situation where a brother, you know what I'm saying, was being really unbrotherly, and the Lord was protecting Jacob, man.
That's right.
You understand? The Lord was protecting Jacob in this situation. So let's go ahead and read in English.
Genesis 31:26. Out of the Bible, King James Version. And Laban said unto Jacob, What hast thou done, that thou hast stolen away unawares to me?
So in other words, what hast thou done, You understand that you have stolen away from me, right?
Right.
That part one more time.
And Laban said to Jacob, "What hast thou done that thou hast stolen away unawares to me?"
Right. So why are you deceived? Why did you deceive me? In other words, right? Why did you deceive me?
God, sir.
You know, you left without making me aware. Why did you do that?
God, sir.
Right. What was you thinking? Go ahead.
Stolen away unawares to me, and carried away my daughters and captives, taken with the sword.
You know what I'm saying? In other words, you took my daughters like they was, like they were captives.
God.
You led them away like they was captives, man. Like they was prisoners of war.
God.
You understand? Right? Like, and so he's upset. He's like, dang, you took my daughters, you took my grandkids. What in the world was you doing? Why did you think it was okay to deceive me? Keep going.
Verse 27. Wherefore didst thou flee away secretly and steal away from me, and didst not tell me?
Like, why did you leave? He's still asking the question, like, why didn't you just imagine them standing right in front of each other, right? And Laban is hot.
God, sir.
And Laban wants to know, why did you leave?
God.
Why did you do it without telling me anything? What the hell is your problem?
God.
Go ahead.
God, and didst not tell me that I might have sent thee away with mirth.
That he would have sent them away with myrrh, right? Which would have been like a gift, right? Keep going.
And with songs.
And with songs. Keep reading.
With tabrets.
With tabrets. Go ahead.
And with harp.
With harp. This is music, right?
Yes,
basically having a celebration for him leaving. He's basically saying, I would have let you go, but we would have had a celebration.
God, sir.
You know what I'm saying? We would have drunk wine. We would have had a party.
God,
you know what I'm saying? We would have ate lamb or goat or whatever, the hell we eat. We was going to have a good time, a good party.
God.
Why the hell did you leave? I would have celebrated this. You understand? We would have celebrated you leaving. Go ahead.
And has not suffered me to kiss my sons and my daughters.
Now, you didn't even let me kiss my sons and my daughters, my grandchildren.
God.
You know what I'm saying? Before you took off. Go ahead.
Thou hast now done foolishly in so doing.
He said, and so because of that, you've done a foolish thing, is what he's saying.
God, sir.
Right? That's what Laban is saying, right? Go ahead.
It is in the power of my hand to do you hurt.
He's saying, I could hurt you right now.
God.
I could hurt you.
God, sir.
Go ahead, but what?
But the Most High of your father spake unto me yesternight.
But the Most High came to him last night and told him what?
Saying, take thou heed that thou speak not to Jacob either good or bad.
You better not mess with him.
Right.
Don't touch him. Leave him alone.
Sir.
Leave him alone is what the Most High told Laban. Laban,
right.
he heeded to that.
That's right.
That's why he reminded Jacob, he was like, I could have killed you right now for what you did.
Right.
I could have killed you.
Right.
The Lord told me to leave you alone.
Go
ahead.
And verse 30. And now thou wouldest need to be gone, because thou sore longest after thy father's house.
In other words, I understand that you want to leave. You ready to go back home. You ready to go back to Isaac. I understand. I get it. Read on.
Yet therefore hast thou stolen my gods.
But why have you stolen my items? There were some items that Rachel had stole from him. Sir. Right? Mm-hmm. There were some things that Rachel had stole from him, and he want to know. Okay, you want to go no sweat. But why are some of my things? Why are some of my things stolen? Right? Sir. Go ahead.
That's when he was saying images. That's what she was talking about. That's what he was talking about. His daughter stole the images.
Right. Stole the things that belonged to him.
Sir.
Right. Is that it on that?
No, it's verse 2 more, sir.
Okay.
At verse 31, and Jacob answered and said to Laban, because I was afraid, for I said, peradventure thou wouldest take by force thy daughters from me.
So in other words, he's basically telling him, the reason why I left was because I was afraid that you were going to rip my ribs out of my hands because I wanted to leave.
Sir.
Because of all of the things that you've been doing, much. It's like I can't trust that you can keep your word. You've been keeping me there for 14 years. I had to do 7 years with one rib. Then turned around and had to do another 7 years. And you still trying to keep me here, goddammit.
Sir. That's right. That's right.
So the minute that I try to leave, you was going to want to take your daughters back, man. That's what he felt. That's what he was afraid of.
Wow.
Yeah, no sweat. Keep reading.
That one more is verse 32. With whomsoever thou findest thy gods, let him not live.
But as for your gods or your images or your idols, whatever they are, you know what I'm saying? Whoever took it, let them die. Mm-hmm. Let them die. Because why? Because stealing is a sin, man.
God, sir.
You understand? Stealing is a sin.
God, sir.
That's why the scriptures say, that's why one of the commandments is thou shalt not steal.
God, sir.
Right? Mm-hmm. Keep reading.
With whom thou findest thy gods, let them not live. Before our brethren discern that thou what is thine with me, and take it to thee. For Jacob knew not that Rachel had stolen them.
So Jacob didn't know that Rachel had took them.
Wow.
And Jacob told, and basically Jacob told him that whoever you find that has it, you know what I'm saying, they should be put to death for it.
God.
You understand? They should be put to death for it.
Wow.
So
he didn't even know that was his daughters.
God, but he didn't even know that Rachel had stolen. Right? Keep going.
That was it, sir.
Oh, that was it on that? All right, back to the Hebrew.
Back to the Hebrew, sir. Genesis 31 and 33 out of the Tanakh. Okay, let's see here. Wayabah Laban Ba'alhala Ba'alhala Slakia Ya'aikwab wa Ba'ahala La'aha wa Ba'ahala Athaya Ha'a Mahatha Alha Mataza'a wa Hataza'a Maha Ha'al La'aha wa Ba'a Ba'aha La Rakala verse 34 Wara Kala Lakwa Ka Ha Af Hata Mapayama Wata Shamayama Bakar Hamagala Wata Shab Alayahayam Slakia Waya Mashasha Laban Af Kala Ha'al Wala'a Mataza'a verse 35 Wata Amara Aha Allah Aba Yaha All Yakara Ba'ai Yanaya I Adanaya Kaya Lawa'a Hawa Kala Lakwayam Mapa Nayak Kaya Darayak Nasha Yam Laya Waya Kapasha Waya Kapash Lakwa'a Matazaya Af Hathara Payam verse 36 Waya Kara Alaya I Kwab Wayarab Bala Ban Slakia Ba Laban Waya An Ya'ai Kwab Waya Mara Lalaban Maha Pasha'aya Maha Afya, Kaya, Dala Quath, Akaraya, verse 37, Kaya, Mashashath, Af, Kala, Kalaya, Maha, Mataza, Af, Makala, Kalaya, Baya, Thaka, Shayam, Kaya, Nagad, Nagad, Akaya, Waya, Kayak, Waya, Wanaya, Kaya, Laban, Slakia, Layan, sorry, Slakia, Bayan, Shanaya, Newa, verse 38, Zayah, Asha, Rayam, Shanaya, Anakaya, Imaka, Raka, La Yaka, Wa'a, Zayak, La'a, Shana, Lawa, Waya, Yala, Ya, Taza, Nakak, La'a, Aka, La, Thaya, verse 39. Tara, Pa, La'a, Haba, Af, Ya, Allah, Yak, Anakaya, Aka, Tanaha, Maya, Daya, Thabaikwa, Shanaka, Thakwa, Kwashanaha, Gana, Baithaya, Yawam, Waga, Nabathaya, Laya, Laha. That's it, sir.
Osiris Christ. Let's get into it, man. I enjoy this. I love this story right here, man.
That's a good story.
I love this story, man. You understand? And this of course is this has really happened. This is an account of a situation that happened with one of our forefathers. With our forefathers. Mm-hmm. You understand? So now let's get into it.
Genesis 31:33.
Right.
And Laban went into Jacob's tent and into Leah's tent and into the two maidservant tent, and he found them not.
You understand? So he went inside of their tents looking for these things, right? Mm-hmm. Looking for these items that he claimed were stolen. Right? And he couldn't find anything in there, man. Keep going.
Then went he out to Leah's tent and into Rachel's tent. Mm-hmm. Verse 34. Now Rachel had taken the images and put them in the camel's furniture and sat upon them.
Camel's furniture, basically a saddle.
Yes,
right?
Kind of concept.
It's basically a saddle on the camel, and she had it hidden.
Tucked in.
She had it hidden and tucked in away under the saddle. Go ahead.
And sat upon them, and Laban searched all the tent, but found them not.
Couldn't find anything, man. Couldn't find none of it. Go ahead.
And she said to her father, let it not displease my Lord that I cannot rise up before thee. For the custom of the woman is upon me.
In other words, what? In other words, she was unclean.
She was unclean, sir.
She was unclean, right. And she was sitting on that saddle, and that was her excuse for him not being able to go into that saddle to see that she had stolen his goods.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And if she hadn't showed him, if she had shown him, she would have had to been put to death.
God, sir.
Because that's what Jacob said, man. Listen. Good night. If you was found guilty, that would have been it. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
Sir. For the custom of the woman is upon me. Mm-hmm. And he searched, but he found not the images. Verse 36, and Jacob was wroth.
And so now Jacob is angry.
Man.
He's like, what the hell do you want? I don't have anything. Go ahead. We're going to keep reading.
And Jacob was wroth and chode with Laban. And Jacob answered and said unto Laban, what is it, my trespass?
He's like, why are you treating me like a criminal? What did I do? What the hell do you want, Laban? Like, what is it that you want from me? You know what I'm saying? You follow me, like, all I want to do is go away. Now you're accusing me of stealing. I just wanted to leave. Now you accuse me of stealing. You done ransacked everything. You done went through everything, treat me like a damn crook. Can you imagine, like, being in your house, right? and the cops come in and they think you got weed or something. You really don't have nothing. But they come and tear up the whole damn place looking for one little sack of weed. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what happened, right? Laban and his brothers, they went through everything, looking for everything, could not find anything. You understand? And they wouldn't have found it. Go ahead.
What is my sin that thou hast so hotly pursued after me?
Yeah, you done so hotly pursued him, meaning you was on a bounty hunt for me. You was out there looking for me. You was in hot pursuit looking for me. What is my crime? What have I done wrong for you to come at me like you trying to chase me down? Like I'm a criminal.
Like a criminal.
You know what I'm saying? Now, you gotta think about how mad and angry Jacob is and what reason, because I would be mad too if I was working for you 14 years, an additional 6 years. You know what I'm saying? Tending to your flock, working for you to get your daughters, and then all of a sudden I'm getting treated like a criminal just because I want to leave.
That's right.
Because I'm ready to go be back with my father. Because I done gave you all damn near my life.
That's a long time. So.
Go ahead.
Verse 37. Whereas thou hast searched all my stuff.
You done went through all my stuff. You done rummaged through everything. Go ahead.
What hast thou found of all thy household stuff?
Now, what hast thou found that belongs to you? Go ahead.
He set it here before my brethren and thy brethren, that they may judge betwixt us both.
Set whatever it is that you claim whatever you found in front of us, in front of me and your brethren and everybody, my wives, your daughters, and let's see what it is that was stolen. Of course, you know he can't produce anything because he didn't find anything.
He didn't find anything.
Go ahead.
Okay. 38. This 20 years have I been with thee, the ewes and the she-goats have not cast their young, and the rams of thy flock have I not eaten. Verse 39.
No, so read that one more time.
Okay, it's kind of sir. Verse 38.
So now Jacob is angry, right? But not only he's angry, he's making his case as to how good of a character of a man he was to Laban. Right? So he says, for what?
This 20 years have I been with thee?
For 20 years I've worked with you. I've been with you. Right? Keep going.
Thy ewes and thy she-goats have not cast their young.
In other words, they never lost a child or miscarried. Right? They never lost a child or miscarried a child. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And the rams of thy flock have I not eaten.
And the rams of thy flock I have not eaten. Meaning, I've been taking care of your lambs. I've been nursing them, making sure that they were, they were having babies healthily. It wasn't miscarrying because I was making sure they ate and got the nutrition they need to carry the child or carry the baby sheep all the way to full term. You know what I'm saying? I never took any of your rams, I never stole from you and ate any of your livestock. 20 years that I've worked for you. Keep going.
Verse 39. That which was torn of the beast I brought not unto thee, I bear the loss of it.
In other words, any animal, any one of your animals that was ripped apart by a stray animal, rather like it could have been like a lion or a bear or a fox or animals that pretty much would, or like a wolf, would go and would attack, the livestock. He said when those animals, you understand, when your livestock was being killed by those animals, I suffered the loss for you. I didn't make you suffer the loss. Go ahead.
That which that was torn of the beast I brought not unto thee, I bear the loss.
Right.
Of it, of my hand didst thou require it. whether stolen by day or stolen by night.
In other words, any animal that was killed by some ravenous animal, right? Any animal that was stolen or that ran away, that was lost, I paid for it. In other words, you charged me for it. Whatever you lost, I had to pay you back for it. I had to work extra hard for it. I had to give you back riches because of things that got lost that was out of my control. Basically, he's telling them his character. He's like, listen, I've been good to you, man. I've been good to you. You know what I'm saying? But you're treating me wrong. Go ahead. Is that it on that?
That was it, sir.
All right, let's go back to the Hebrew.
Sir. Verse 40 out of the Hebrew, out of the Tanakh. Hayaya, Thaya, Baya, Wam, Akalanaya, Haraba, Wakwa, Raka, Bala, Yala. Wata, Dada, Shanataya, Ma'ai, Yanaya. Verse 41. Zaha, Laya, Asharayam, Shanaha, Baba Yatak, Badata, Yak, Arabai, Asha Ra'ah, Shanaha, Bashataya, Bana Thayak, Washasha, Shanayam, Batazah Hanaka, Watha Kalap, Af, Masha Karathaya, Asha Raf, Manayam. Verse 42, La wa la ya, Allah haya, Allahaya, Salakia. Baya, Abaya, Allahaya. Abaram, Wapa kad, Wataza kakwa, Hayaha laya, Kaya ata wa, Raya kwam, Shala ha, Shalakath naya, Af, Anayaya, Wayath, Yaga, Yahai, Kapaya, Ra'awa, Alahayam, Waya, Walakaka, Amasha. Verse 43. Waya, Ain, Laban, Waya, Mara, Laka, Allah, Ya Akwab, Haba, Nawaf, Bana, Thaya, Waha, Banayam, Banaya, Waha, Taza, Ain, Taza, Ainaya, Wakal, Ashar, Atha, Ara'ah, Laya, Hawa'ah, Wala, Banathaya, Maha, Aisha, Laha, Hayawam, Aya, Awa, Labanaya, Han, Ashar, Yala, Dawa. Verse 44. Wa'ai, Thoha, Labaha, Lakaha, Nakah, Rathaha, Bara, Yaf, Anaya, Wa'a, Thaha, Waha, Yaha, La'id, Ba-ya, Naya, Waba, Yanak, verse 45, Wakwa, Wakwaka, Wa'ai-kwab,
Ya'ai-kwab, yep.
Ya'ai-kwab, Iban, Aban, Waya, Rayamaya, Matazah, Ba'a, verse 46, Waya, Mara, Ya'ai-kwab, La'a, Kayan, Slakia, Wal'a, Kaya, La'a, Kayawa, Laqua, Tayawa, Abanayama, Waya, Kwakawa, Abanawayama, Wa'a, Slakia, Waya, I, Sha, Wa, Ga, Gala, Wa'a, Slakia, Waya, Akala, Wa, Sham, Il, Hagal. That's it. That's it, sir.
All right, let's get it. How many more verses before? Oh no, we got plenty. Okay, go ahead. Where you at?
Verse 40 here.
Yep. Let's get
that. We got like 15 more for the end, sir.
So he's saying. I worked for you for 20 years.
Sir.
You know, I any of your sheep or any of your livestock or anything that got stole. You know what I'm saying? I paid for it. You understand? I took the loss every time something happened. Mm-hmm. I worked for you all these years, 20-something years, mm-hmm. and you know what I'm saying? I've been down for you, man. Mm-hmm. What's going on? Keep reading.
Verse 40, Genesis 31 and 40. Mm-hmm. Thus I was in the day that drought consumed me, and in the frost by night. My sleep departed from mine eyes. Verse 41.
So read it one more time, Salakia.
Thus I was in the day the drought consumed me.
You understand? In other words, he's up in the burning heat. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's dry, hot out there. And he's out there working like a damn slave in the heat. Keep reading.
Sir. Thus I was in the day that our drought consumed me, and the frost by night.
Frost by night, meaning it was when the sun went down, it was cold as hell. But I was still out there working.
Still out there.
Go ahead.
And my sleep departed from my eyes.
He couldn't even sleep. Sleepless. He had some sleepless nights.
That's right.
Read on.
Verse 41. Thus I have been 20 years in thy house.
20 years I've been working in your crib.
Wow.
Or in your land. Go ahead.
I've served thee 14 years for thy 2 daughters.
He's adding it up now. He's like 14 years. You understand? For your 2 daughters. Read on.
And 6 years for thy cattle.
And 6 years for the damn cattle. Read on.
And thou hast changed my wages 10 times.
You done changed my wages 10 times.
Sure.
You're changing my wages. Man, the reason why he's doing that because it benefits him.
Right.
It's like cheap labor. It's like, we're gonna have to drop and give you a little pay cut or whatever. It's like how even the white man. That's like the spirit of our enemy, where they give you a pay cut because they don't want to pay you as much because they want to keep as much riches as they possibly can. Man, Laban was treating this brother so unbrotherly, man.
Sir.
You know what I'm saying? That's not our spirit. Our spirit is to treat a brother in the spirit that Christ taught, that Christ treated us.
Sir.
You understand? And that's what we supposed to do, man.
Sir.
You know what I'm saying? We got to let brotherly love continue in this place and not do what Laban was doing to Jacob. Mm-hmm. And Jacob stood on what he said because he was right for saying what he said, man.
Sir.
Go ahead.
Verse 42. Except the Most High of my father, the Most High of Abraham, mm-hmm. and the fear of Isaac had been with me, surely thou hast sent me away not empty.
And In other words, if it hadn't been for the Most High, you probably would have sent me away with nothing.
With nothing.
You would have kept my wives, all my grandchildren, all my riches, everything, all the flock of the sheep that you promised I could have. You would have sent me way back to my home, and I would have had nothing. Just like I had nothing when I came here, I would have went back with nothing, man.
Sir.
You understand? That's what he's telling me. He's like, if it wasn't for the Most High, he's acknowledging that the Most High was with him.
Sir.
Go
ahead. The Most High have seen my affliction and the labor of my hands and rebuked thee yesternight.
That's why the Most High, that's the reason why the Most High checked you the other night.
Sir.
You understand? That's what rebuke is, when you get checked. So the Lord checked him and says, you better not go over there and say nothing to that man.
Sir.
And do nothing to that. You better not do nothing to that man. You understand? Go ahead.
Verse 43. And Laban answered and said unto Jacob, these daughters are my daughters, and these children are my children, and these cattle are my cattle. And all that thou seest is mine. And what can I do this day unto these my daughters, or unto their children which they have borne?
Keep reading.
Verse 44. And now therefore come thou, let us make a covenant, and Verse 44. Now therefore come thou, let us make a covenant, I and thou, and let it be for a witness between me and thee.
You understand? So now Laban is saying, I want you to, let's make a covenant, man. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be a covenant of peace. This is going to be a covenant of, them being able to squash all of what went on. You know what I'm saying? Now this right here is when Laban realized that, okay, this is getting out of hand. We need to get this thing together. Because I have a lot invested in you and my daughters and my grandchildren, and you got a lot invested in the situation as well. Let's do this right.
Okay.
Right? Laban had a little bit of brotherhood in him, man. Laban said, you know what? We need a covenant. We need to squash this shit right now. Let's set up this covenant, and we'll make this commitment. This commitment to be between me and you. All right? Because think, man, if we didn't have this kind of law and order in the earth, man, which, as you can see what's going on today, then there would be no, a brother being able to have a conscious mind and say, you know what, I'm going to set up a covenant with a brother instead of shooting him. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you see today. Without the Lord's law, statutes, and commandments in your life, man, without the truth, instead of setting up or having a covenant, and instead of squashing the beef with a brother, you know what I'm saying, you'd rather kill a brother.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? You'd rather put him to death. Laban would have killed this man if it wasn't for the Most High rebuking him. You know what I'm saying? The Most High, I'm like, Laban would have killed him. You know what I'm saying? Instead of right off the back first saying, you know what, let me right my wrong.
Right.
Whatever wrong we did to each other, let's right it right now and move past it. The Most High had to jump into there and had to get into that situation and stop it from happening. You know what I'm saying? And that's a lesson to be learned right now in this truth, man, is that, you know what I'm saying, when you got a brother and if you're being done wrong with, in a situation, man, you know what I'm saying, you need to make sure that you call and get counsel. You need to first talk to that brother and him alone.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And that goes back to the New Testament where Christ gave us the spirit of how to deal with each other, right?
That's right.
You need to talk to that brother and him alone, man. You know what I'm saying? And you need to get that situation straight. That way you won't be ready to harm a brother, man.
Sir.
You know what I'm saying? And the Lord is disgusted with the murdering that we do to each other, you know what I'm saying, behind stuff like guns, behind like women and money and drugs and all of that stuff, man. You understand? And in this situation, Laban, he had so much that he gained from having Jacob around, and he was waxed angry, big mad. You understand? When Jacob decided he was going to leave, you know what I'm saying, to the point where now they're in a situation where they're going to have to make a covenant. And this covenant is going to mean that neither one of them are going to have any more outs with each other, or, no more desire to do each other wrong. You know what I'm saying? Laban ain't going to have no desire to do him wrong, and they'll be able to see each other and be brotherly to each other. The families will be able to see each other the children will be able to see each other. There'll be some. So in other words, everybody will be in good standing. The beef will be squashed. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 45, Genesis 31 and 45. And Jacob took a stone and set it up for a pillar.
Right? So he take a stone, right? And he's setting it up for a pillar. Keep going.
Verse 46, and Jacob said unto his brethren, gather stones. And they took stones and made an heap. And they did eat there upon the heap.
All right. Read that one more time.
And Jacob said unto his brethren, gather stones. And they took the stones and made an heap. And they did eat there upon the heap.
So a heap. Give me the definition of heap.
It's like a gathering of rocks.
That's what I thought. So basically they made a heap, and this heap was probably made like a kind of like a stove, right? Like a kind of like a pit, right? And they had some food, man. They ate together. You know what I'm saying? In the eating together signified that they had no more issues with each other. Right? And the stones, you know what I'm saying, was even left there so that people would know that this is the covenant between Jacob and Laban.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That they would not, you know, we're going to keep reading it. We'll read it.
Sir. Verse 47, and Laban called it Jegar Sahadutha. Ooh, man. But Jacob called it Galeed. Verse 48.
Which in the Hebrew it means something. I'm not sure what it is. I'll get that for you. And we'll return back to that in the next class so that I can give you or if you want to, you can find out what that is. Bring it out in the next Friday's Hebrew class what that scripture is. So so they'll know for sure what that means.
What was that?
Let's keep going. Is that it? The last scripture?
You know, I may have it right here. Here. Let's see. It's a Gilead means witness heap, a pile of stones heaped up from between Jacob and Laban to certify their covenant.
Okay, so in other words,
it means witness heap, like this is our witness.
This is our witness kind. Okay,
just like you said.
We'll roll with that. We'll roll with that. All right. And still, if you want to Friday, just bring that out or whatever. We can go into the breakdown.
Yeah, I got that out at the end of the Linda here, but
Most High
but I'll bring it out, sir.
All right, let's. All right, keep going.
Sir. Verse 48. And Laban said, this heap is a witness between me and thee this day. Therefore was the name of it called Gilead.
Right. So he's saying that this is the pile that we, you know, this is the pile that is a witness. You understand, to us, right, of our covenant, right? This witness. This you see this, you know, there's a covenant between Laban and Jacob. Go ahead.
Sir. Verse 49. And Mizpah, for he said, the Most High watch between me and thee.
That's another one you wanna also bring out on Friday class.
Mizpah? Okay, I got it, sir. I'll do that.
Which according to this, that means watchtower, but I definitely want to go and research that to make sure that's all accurate.
I'll research them, sir.
All right, go ahead.
Sir. Verse 49, and the Mizpah, for he said, the Most High watch between me and thee when we are absent one from another.
Right, so when we're out of sight from each other, the Lord is going to be paying attention and watching us, man. Right, keep going.
Let me see, sir. I think that was
the last one, 49, or
I think so. Let's see. I believe where are we at here?
It was on 49.
49.
Genesis 31 and 49.
31, 49. Lost my paper there. Final concert. Yeah, I went past it, but
okay.
But you want me to go back to 49? Start on 49 and keep reading forward out of Tanakh.
Start at 50 and keep going.
From Tanakh.
Yeah, from the Tanakh.
Okay. Genesis 50. Tanakh. 31 and 50. Okay, sir. An. Ta naka. Af. Banathaya. Wa'am. The kwa. Thakwaka, Nasha Yam, Al, Bana Thaya, Ayan, Ayan, Ayasha, Ayash, Ama, Nawa, Ra'aha. Verse 51. Wa'ah Amara Laban La Ya Iquab. La Ya Iquab. Hanaha Hagala Hazaha Wahanaha Hamataza Baha Ashar Iyara Iyathaya Baya Naya Waba Yanak. Verse 52. Id Hagala Hazaha Wa Adaha Hamataza Baha Am Adnaya La'a Bar Abara Salaki Alayak Af Hagala Hazaha Wa'am Ataha La'a Anta'i Bara Alaya Af Hagal Hayaha Hazaha Wa'af Hamataza Baha Haza'af Lara'ah. Verse 53. Alahaya Abaram Wa'alahaya Naka Wara Yasha Patawa Baya Naya Nawa Alahaya Abaram Waya Shaba'ai Waya Abquab Bapa Kad Aba Yahwa Yataza Kwakwa. Verse 54. Waya Tazabak. Waya Zabak. Waya Kwab Zabaka Bakara Waya Kara'a La'a Kayawa Wa'a Kala Laham Waya Akalawa Lakam Waya Naya La Ya Nawa Bahar. You want to go to verse 32, sir?
Yeah, go ahead and finish off that chapter.
That was the finishing of the chapter.
That was the finish off?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
You 50, that was 50 through 54. There's only 4. You need to read 3 out of 32. You want to go past that, I mean?
No, we'll go ahead and finish off that chapter, and then we'll start the next chapter on this.
Okay, yeah, we'll stop there.
Okay.
Sir. Let's go back.
All right, let's get into it. Let's get it.
That was verse 47 there, sir.
All right.
47. Okay, Khan. Verse 47 out of the Tanakh. I mean, out of the Bible. Slakia, sir. And Laban called it Jergar Sahadutha, and Jacob called it Gilead, and Laban.
Go all the way down to 50,
50, I'm Slakia, sir.
No sweat.
This heap be witnesses, and this pillar be witnesses, that I will not pass over this heap to thee.
You on verse 50?
Yeah. Shoot, no.
31 to 50.
Slakia, sir.
No sweat.
Sorry. Verse 50. If thou shalt afflict my daughters, and if thou shalt take thy other wives, besides my daughter, no man is with thee. See, the Most High a witness betwixt me and thee.
Right. So read that one more time.
Verse 50. If thou shalt afflict my daughters, or if thou shalt take other wives besides my daughters, no man is with us. See, God is my witness betwixt me and thee.
All right. So keep going.
Verse 51. And Laban said to Jacob, behold this heap, and behold this pillar, which I have cast betwixt me and thee. Verse 52. This heap be witness, and this pillar be witness, that I will not pass over this heap to thee, and that thou shalt not pass over this heap and this pillar unto me for harm.
So in other words, we're going to do right by each other, man.
God.
And the Lord is going to see all of this, right?
God.
He's going to see how you treat my daughters,
God.
how you deal with my children.
God.
He's going to see how I deal with you. He's watching all of this, and we're not going to cross each other, man.
God.
You understand? We're going to make this a covenant that we're going to follow for the rest of our life, man, between each other, right? Keep going.
The Most High of Abraham.
What verse you on?
Verse 53.
Go ahead.
The Most High of Abraham, the Most High of Nahor, the Most High of the Father, judge between us. And Jacob sware by the fear of his father Isaac. Then Jacob offered sacrifice upon the mount and called his brother to eat bread. And they did eat bread and tarried all night in the mount.
You understand? So they ate bread and they had this covenant and they tarried around in this mountain and they ate and they established a covenant that would make sure they don't cross any boundaries with each other, man. You know what I'm saying? Which is perfect in the way of squashing beef or dealing with any issues in brotherhood, any breaches in brotherhood, man.
Sir.
Right? Any more on that?
Yes, sir. Verse 55, last verse. Verse 55, 31 and 55. And early in the morning, Laban rose up and kissed his sons and his daughters and blessed them. And Laban departed and returned unto his place.
You understand? And so, Most High in Christ. That's what you should get from this is. You understand? Brotherhood is a weapon.
Sir.
You understand? And you hear this all the time in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, right? And in this time, Laban and Jacob was able to overcome their differences, right? With the help of the Lord. You understand? But they was able to overcome their differences, and nobody ended up, having to die, and everything was fair and square at that point. You understand?
Sir.
Jacob came to Laban. He helped Laban get rich. Got rich. You know what I'm saying? Jacob got rich in the process.
Sir.
Even though the deals they were making were off. And Jacob was taking the short stick of the deal. You know what I'm saying? Throughout the whole entire situation that could have led to somebody getting killed or whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, they both came together and Laban said, let's make a covenant. Let's squash this, make a covenant, because I love my children. I love my grandchildren. I love my daughters. You understand? And I don't want to not be able to see them again. You understand? So let's make a boundary that we don't cross each other. Let's make a covenant that we don't cross each other in the wrong way anymore. I'm gonna let you go and do your thing. The Lord will watch us. He'll make sure that we're doing right by each other in each other's families. But I'm gonna let you now go ahead and do your thing. So then he gets up in the morning, kisses his children, you know what I'm saying, grandchildren, in other words, you know what I'm saying, and his daughters, and everybody separates and goes their separate ways. He goes back home. He lets Jacob go back on his journey to go back home. You understand? And that's, we got to be able to do that, man.
Sir.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what's going to bring a nation back together when we can get rid of our differences, you know what I'm saying, and become one in this truth, man, under Christ. You know what I'm saying? We all come one in this truth under Christ, and whenever we have issues, we deal with these issues, man. It's either you're going to deal with them or the Lord is going to deal with them. You know what I'm saying? And so That's that, man. With that being said, Amadium. All right. We're going to prepare it. Well, first horn. Third time is a charm. Sorry, Christ.
Okay.
All right. We're going to prepare to salute the Torah. Yahba Shemia Shabrak Yah.
Yahba Shemia Shabrak Yah.
All right. Back to you. All right. Amadium Wapa Yahakwadam. All right. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Lakutka, Aba'ah, Batazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Hawa, Hayah, Bashemayim, Dalanawa, Lakam, Kal, Yawam, Salakina, Kawawapina, Salakina, Kawawapina, Wala'ah, Dabayana, Banasayawan, Abal, Hawashayana, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Ha'ala, Wahatapari, Iwalamya, Amman. All right, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name,
Yahweh. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day, our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. From thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Hakak the power, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Baba Kushah, Dalanawa, Hakak, Larapa'ah, Makala, Marawa, Latahar, Amatazariah, Hakak, Lahakwil, Amathiel, Hakak, Arakawa, Hatamala, Salagi, Hatama Allah, Lagarashan, Basham, Yahushai, the water, Aman. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai, please give us the power, the power to heal all manner of sickness, all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against the unclean spirits, to cast them out, in the name of Yahushai. Thank you. So be it. Bless Israel. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Baraklanawa, Yasha'ala, Wahaba Yatsapariam, Barak, Rapah, Magun, all of Israel, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, the water, Aman. This is what we said in English. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai, bless us, and Israel, and the school, bless Hill, shield, and protect, all of Israel, in the name of Yahushai, thank you, so be it. Psalms 121, Asha'ah, Ayayah, Ahariah, Ayan, Yaba'ah, Yazariah, Ma'ayin, Yahweh, Aisha, Shamayam, Wa'arataza, Ayathan, Lamawat, Regalga, Al-Yanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yashar'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Zazalka, Al-Yah, Yamyanka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'ah, Yakaka, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Kalrad, Yashamar, Athnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza'atka, Babawa'aka, Ma'aitha, Ma'aitha, Wa'aid Alawam, Salakia. I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from which cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold, he that keepeth Israel, shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
Nor the moon by night.
Nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee.
Yahweh shall preserve thee
from all evil.
From all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
And thy coming in.
And thy coming in.
This time forward.
This time forward.
And even forevermore.
And even forevermore.
Psalms 83. Alahaya.
Alahaya.
Al-Damayalaka.
Al-Damayalaka.
Al-Dakarash.
Al-Dakarash.
Wal-Dashakwat.
Wal-Dashakwat.
All. Kayahana.
Kayahana.
Awayabyaka.
Awayabyaka.
Salakia. Awayabyaka.
Awayabyaka.
Hayab Salakia. Yahama Yawan.
Yahama Yawan.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Al-Imaka.
Al-Malaka.
Ya'ara Yamwa.
Ya'ara Yamwa.
Sawada.
Sawada.
Wayatha.
Wayatha.
Ya'itazawa.
Ya'itazawa.
Al-Tazapawanyaka.
Azawapanyaka.
Amarwa.
Amarwa.
Lakawa.
Lakawa.
Wanakakidam.
Wanakakidam.
Magayawa.
Magayawa.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Yazakar.
Yazakar.
Shamya Sha'ala.
Shamya Sha'ala.
Awada.
Awada.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Nawa'itazawa.
Naza'atuwa.
Laba.
Laba.
Yakadwa.
Yakadwa.
Al-Yaka.
Al-Yaka.
Bayath.
Bayath.
Yakaratwa.
Yakaratwa.
Al-Ya.
Al-Ya.
Adawam.
Adawam.
Wa.
Wa.
Yashama.
Yashama.
Al.
Al.
Yam.
Yam.
Mawa'aba.
Mawa'aba.
Wahagarium.
Wahagarium.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Wa'aimawan.
Wa'aimawan.
Wa'aimalak.
Amalak.
Halasha.
Halashan.
Anyashabya.
Anyashabya.
Tazawar.
Tazawar.
Gam Ashawar.
Gam Ashawar.
Nalawa.
Nalawa.
Aimam.
Amam.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Zarawa.
Zarawa.
Labanya Lawat.
Labanya Lawat.
Salah.
Salah.
Aisha.
Asha.
Laham.
Laham.
Kamadia.
Kamadia.
Kasad.
Kasad.
Salakia. Kasaya.
Kasaya.
Sarah.
Sarah.
Kayabyan.
Kayabyan.
Banakal.
Banakal.
Kayash.
Kayash.
One. Nashamadwa.
Shamatwa.
Ba'ayawan Da'ara.
Ayaman Ya'ara.
Salakia. Ba'ayan
Da'ara.
Wakazaba.
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 Wakatazal.
Wakatazal.
Mana.
Mana.
Kal. Nasayakamwa.
Nasayakamwa.
Ashar.
Shar.
Amarwa.
Amarwa.
Nayar Asha.
Nayar Asha.
Lanawa.
Lanawa.
Na'awa.
Na'awa.
Alahayam.
Alahayam.
Alahaya.
Alahaya.
Shayathamwa.
Shayathamwa.
Galia.
Galia.
Kakwash.
Kakwash.
Lapanya
Rakwa.
Ka'ash. Daba'ira
Ya'ira.
Wakalaba.
Dalahat.
Haharyam. Salakia. Harayam. Khan. Daradakma. Basa'irika.
Wabasa.
Wapatka. Dabahalam. Mala'ah. Panyaham. Palawan. Wayabakwashwa. Shamka. Yahweh. Yabashwa. Wayabala. Salakia. Waya. Bahalwa. Ayaid. Waya. Parwa. Waya. Abadwa. Waya. Da'aiwa. Kaya'atha. Shamka. Yahweh. Labadka. Aliyawan. Al-Kaharatazah. All right, this is what we said in English. Keep not thy silence.
Keep not thy silence.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still.
And be not still.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
For lo, thy enemies make a tumult.
Thy enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people. And consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come, and let us cut them off. From being a nation. That the name of Israel. May be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted. Together. With one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom. And the Ishmaelites. Of Moab. And the Hagarenes. Gabal. And Ammon. And Amalek. The Philistines. With the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also is joined with them.
Assur is also joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah.
Salah.
Do unto them.
Do unto them.
As unto the Midianites.
As unto the Midianites.
As to the Sisera.
As to Sisera.
As to Jabin.
As to Jabin.
At the brook of Kisan.
At the brook Kisan.
Which perished at Endor.
Which perished at
They
Endor.
become as dung for the earth.
They become the dung of the earth.
Make their nobles like a ram.
Make their nobles like a ram.
And like Zael.
And like Zael.
Yea. All their princes.
All their princes.
As Zabah. And as Zamunah.
And as Zamunah.
Who said. Let us take to ourselves.
Let us take to ourselves.
The houses of Yahweh.
The houses of Yahweh.
In possession.
In possession.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Make them like a wheel.
Make them like a
as
wheel.
As the stubble before the wind.
Stubble before the wind.
As the fire burneth the wood.
Fire that burneth the wood.
And as the flame setteth the mountains on
fire.
Flame
that set the mountains on
fire. Persecute them.
So persecute
with
them.
Thy tempest.
With thy tempest.
Make them afraid.
Make them afraid.
With thy storm.
With thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame.
Fill thy faces with shame.
That they may seek thy name.
They may seek thy name.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Let them be confounded.
Let them be confounded.
And trouble forevermore.
And trouble forevermore.
Yea. Let them be put to shame.
Let them be put to shame.
And perish.
And perish.
That men may know.
That men may know.
That thou. Whose name alone.
Whose name alone.
Is Yahweh.
Is Yahweh.
Art the most high.
Of the most high.
Over all the earth.
Over all the earth.
All right. Sar. We'll close out the Sabbath service. All right, one courtesy salute to the men of Israel. Amadium Shabbat, Amadium Barak, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah. And one courtesy salute to the sisters that's in attendance as well. Amadium Shabbat, Amadium Barak, Yahweh Shema Shem Yahshua. With that being said, your matah dismissed.